Hey guys, today I'm at the American Cornhole League headquarters with Gavin Hamann, captain of the Winthrop Cornhole team. We're going to teach you how to roll a bag. A few reasons a roll bag is good to learn is because it helps you get over blockers and you don't have to rely on just your airmail. So if you got a pile in front of the hole, you're able to just manipulate the bag so it rolls up and over the pile instead of having the airmail and risking the bag going off the back. One of the good parts about rolling is that even your misses stay on the board. So you're not going to give up the extra point that you would if you missed an airmail off the back. Some of your misses might also land on top of the bags in a good way where it's blocking your opponent's bag. It's going to make their next shot harder, whether it's a push, an airmail, or just a slide shot. A 2-bag pileup is going to be harder to roll over a 1-bag pileup, so that miss that lands on top is not a bad thing. All right, so in this video, Gavin's going to go over proper grip. He's going to go over proper release and how you get that pinky up. He's going to go over placement on the board, so where you're going to aim when you're going for a roll. And he's also going to talk about some scenarios where you should look at rolling versus airmailing.
All right, guys, I'm going to start with the first step of how to throw a roll bag. So in order to throw a roll bag, you have to have somewhat of a butterfly grip. I'll show you right here. This is what a butterfly grip is. I have these two heads pointed to the sky, parallel. It doesn't matter. Some people put their thumb up here to exaggerate the back load, or some people go back here to like help them get cuts or flatter. It really just depends for what your preference of shot is, but this is what's comfortable to me. And then on the back here, you can see my hands are just kind of gripping the bag whatever way feels comfortable. I tend to grip it right down the center. You can move your fingers depending on whatever feels comfortable and helps you achieve the bag that you're trying to throw. Some people do the finger on the top. I do like the finger on the top because it helps you get a lot of spin and you kind of push the bag with one last effort when you're throwing, but it does make it harder to roll sometimes because it's weird with how you release, and that's what I'm going to get into next. All right, now for the second portion of what you need to do to throw a roll bag. So what you're going to have to do is you got to be really fluid within your throw. And what I mean by that is throwing a roll bag is very uncomfortable at the start. So you got to be able to get past that and just kind of figure out what feels right to you within it. So when you got that butterfly grip, you really want to try and keep the bag as flat as possible throughout your hand. Some people try and aim it to the sky, but that sometimes feels uncomfortable. You can, again, whatever the preference of your choice is, but what I do is keep it flat, and what happens is when I'm coming up here and I'm releasing the bag, because I throw a flat bag, so you have to have a flat palm for that, what I do is I just turn a doorknob pretty much. Like I am exaggerating my pinky to the sky, and what that does, you can see when I throw, is it goes. And you can see that bag backloaded, and that's all you need to do is throw a roll bag. You just want to make sure that the back of the bag is pointed towards you, and that's pretty much all you got to do to get a roll bag. But just remember, exaggerating the pinky to the sky, and then it'll come out right. Some ways to get that down if you don't feel comfortable throwing the full 27 feet is I go half of the length of the board, and what that's going to do for you is you just try it. Just try and get comfortable with that. And it's very odd, so maybe set up a blocker or something and just try and get the bag backloaded. And then from there you can work on placement and figuring out how to get that comfortable and into your arsenal of cornhole. So, all right, so we got a 2-bag pileup on the left side of the board. Okay, so someone threw a block, landed right behind. What you're gonna do here to throw the roll bag, if you're on the inside arm, you're gonna wanna land kind of right in front of this bag, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna roll and it's gonna kind of cartwheel along these bags and go in. If you're on the outside arm, what you're gonna do, you can either take a step out or you can kind of go straight up onto it. I like to take a step out. It's more of a cut because you're gonna kind of try and not touch these as much, and at the end use it as a bounce bag right back into there. Or you could go straight up the board where the same thing, you're gonna hit right there and it's gonna cartwheel in right there. And that's the first situation. So what you're gonna do is you wanna grip, hit right there. That was more of a roll. It was kind of center. I'll try it one more time. But you see what I'm saying? Kind of how I hit on that right side and it kind of cut in, but all right, we have the second scenario for you. This is gonna happen a lot in the games that you play. Right here we got level 1 block, not touching the hole, but it's in the red zone. So this is a difficult block for a roll because it's too close to the hole where you don't wanna fly it off the back. It's too close to the hole where you don't wanna push it in. There's a lot of negatives to this, but if you want to throw a roll bag here, you really gotta emphasize going straight into the bag, backloading it a little bit more, which will stop the rotation and from it ending up on the back side of here. So what you're gonna do, if you're on the inside arm, take a little bit of a step out. So you're kind of coming into this bag, and like I said, it rolls over. So with a little bit of step out, you're throwing, rolls, it's gonna come up like this, For the outside arm, like I said, same thing, it's gonna be step out, but this time you're gonna backload it more, somewhat like a cut, so if you wanna change your grip for that, to feel comfortable to angle it that way around the bag, you can. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna wanna hit like right here, so it kinda comes up on that bag and goes here, or you can go straight up. If you go straight up, you gotta throw it completely vertical to the bag, right on the bag, so it kinda flops over. I'll go show you right now. Here's the inside arm. There you go. And then Luke Bryant, you know, just shows me how it's done. All right, here's the outside cut. I'm gonna take a little bit of a step out. It's kind of a slap. Backloaded, slaps around the hole like that. All right, for the last scenario, I'm gonna take you through a short blocker. Sometimes your opponent may hit her leg, or, you know, it just ends up there. You don't really wanna airmail, you can if you're feeling it, because it might go off the back. I like either call, but I would prefer to go roll here, just because if it leaves something up the center, you can clean up, drag, something. So if you're gonna throw the roll, you're gonna wanna honestly throw it straight up the middle really hard right at this front edge. And what's gonna happen is it's just gonna kind of pop into the hole. You may not see it touch this area just because you're really just, I call it more of a hop than a roll. Same with the outside arm. I kind of like to step out a little bit so you can kind of use, you can hit right here and it just, that one will kind of roll in. Or you could go straight up the center, hope it doesn't kick left. It's kind of harder on that outside arm, but I'll show you right here. This case scenario, I'm just gonna use that bag to guide the bag I'm throwing to the hole. Throw it hard, just like that. You're kind of popping up. Take a little bit of a step to the right, throw it. Hitting that right edge, not even touching the bag. Like I said, just kind of getting around it.
All right, those are the basics of the roll bag. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or message us personally. Do you think there's any tips you'd give to a new player when they're trying to learn the roll? Would you recommend them like just rolling, or try to implement the game one piece at a time?
Like I said before, just kind of, I would go halfway in between the boards and just get it down, get the weirdness out of throwing it backloaded, because you're not going to be used to that. So just set up some blocks, throw from there, figure out the backloading, and then take steps back until you kind of figure it out and to where you can figure out placement. So, but yeah, if you follow those 3 steps, you should be good. So
might add some flaws to your normal throw, but again, get rid of that uncomfortability.
Yeah.
And the more you get comfortable with it, the more you do it, it's gonna start feeling more natural and be part of your regular shot selection.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks guys for watching. If you have any other ideas you want to see us to do, bar soap, penguin, airmail, stuff like that, let us know, and we'll get some more cornhole content coming your way. Thanks.